everybody. Welcome to Real Life Sci-Fi. I'm Wade.
I'm Willy.
And I'm Erin.
We're coming to you live from the Midnight Kids stage here on ShrobHomeVideo.com. Is that all correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a Patreon, patreon.com/RealLifeSci-Fi, 2 bonus episodes a week. We got a Discord. I don't know. Erin's doing it all. I don't
I'm
get it.
trying to. I'm fucking trying to.
I think you're doing great.
Oh, thanks. I made a new frame for us, too. You guys can see it.
Love it.
Those listening can't see it, but those watching, you can see it.
Let's welcome aboard the SSRLSF our good friend, Brandon Johnson.
Woo, woo, woo.
So good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here, man.
Hi.
Psyched. Easter. Here.
Oh, yeah. Happy
Us.
Easter.
Happy Easter. He is risen.
I tried to dress up like Easter.
Bitches. Yo,
He's
Jesus.
back, baby.
Are you
22?
Are you a religious guy?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from a little town next to St. Louis called University City, Missouri.
Okay.
So pretty Catholic.
Can you see the arch from where you live?
Fuck no. No. Come on, man. Come on, man. It wears off quick, bro. It's so weird because other cities, they love it. They love like having something. Like if you talk shit about something in Chicago, they're like, don't do that. But in St. Louis, we're like, oh yeah, the arch. Yeah. It did not work. We thought it would bring people.
Right.
You know, it's stainless steel. When you're bragging about what something's made out of, it's not shit.
I don't believe in stainless steel because I got a stainless steel cat water bowl and it's fucking stained as shit,
Well,
man.
do you wash it?
No.
There you go. You still got to wash it.
But it's not supposed to have stains.
It's not going to stain, but you still wash it. Like if you get your shirt dirty, it might not be stained, but it's still dirty. You got to wash it.
I try to wash it. It's impossible to clean.
Oh my gosh.
Hard
I'll
water,
clean this bowl for
California.
you.
I'll bring it in.
Yeah.
You can just try and figure it out for me.
Are you religious?
No.
Okay, so you want to ask me about my God, but you're not going to give up. Why is that funny? You want to talk that shit about my God. Oh, my God is going to kill you. No, I'm not that kind of religious. I'm like, my God is like, I left some weed down there. There's a bar over here. Hey,
Right.
Brandon, don't do that. That's fentanyl.
Yeah.
My God's like,
It's a good God. That's a
it's
solid
good God,
That's
right?
good. God is
really good, lucky God. Won't he do it? Are you religious? Not at all.
Not at all.
Did you start out?
No, my mom tried. Like, we went to church every once in a while, but, like, we hated it so much.
Which church?
It was a non-denominational Christian church.
Oh.
It was called First Christian in
Okay.
Loveland, Colorado.
Okay, dodged a bullet.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. What about conspiracy theories and stuff like that? Are you into that stuff?
I mean, I'm black. I said that so dogs could hear it. I mean, I'm black. If you're looping or sampling right now, I'm going to give that to you for free. I mean, I'm black. So awful. I got way too Alfonso Ribeiro. Yeah, I believe in those shits. I mean, I do, but I also think that if the shit is out in the open. I would just have this conversation with a friend of mine who was like, there's conspiracies. And I'm like, you know, what would a conspiracy need to be when all the shit that they're doing is like right out in the open anyway?
Yeah.
Like, you're not that valuable.
Right.
You're not so, like, nobody want to track me. Nobody want to track me. Nobody's
Mhm.
trying to look into my house and see what the fuck I'm doing. They're going to come away crying. They're going to be like, oh, God, this is dark.
We shouldn't
this
have
is so
done that.
dark.
But they're
We're
all making,
changed
they're all
forever.
making money off of everything you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they were gonna though.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way. I guess that's kind of the way it works. I'm not upset about it. When they say people are controlling the world and like the banking and shit, I'm like, it's not that bad. It could be way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be way worse.
Try listening to everybody. And
Yeah.
see what we come up with.
Well, also, like if they're greedy, like they're being greedy, but they could be like nobody buys food. Like,
Yeah.
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 There are situations
Right.
that could be way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rich and evil, and I'm going to buy all of the food.
Right.
And then you got to come to my house and
Right.
tell me what a great guy I am.
Right.
And then you can have your food.
My house is the store.
Yeah. I look
Yeah.
over. I'm
Ever
so
been to the
happy.
company store? That's my house.
I'm just super happy that Elon Musk is like, all my billions to build a space war machine to give everyone a sickness. He's like, I'm gonna buy Twitter. I'm like, okay, dummy.
I'm
Yeah.
not unconvinced that he isn't building a weather machine, but it's what I would do if I had a lot of money, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Weather
me,
machine.
who's nobody, I have a public self and a private self. And
Yeah.
I'm doing shit,
Ooh, spooky.
that you don't want to know about.
Can we know?
Maybe.
Whoa.
What?
Do you know?
What kind of
Do
baby?
you know?
I think he kills dogs.
Oh, no.
Don't make it the worst thing.
Also, don't be on the fence about it. Don't be like, I think he kills dogs. Like, you either know he kills dogs. And why are you so like, I don't know, maybe he kills dogs. Maybe. Who am I, bro? Who am I?
I could
Maybe.
see him killing dogs.
Oh, boy.
He killed a bird.
But
Oh,
I still have guilt about it.
You killed a bird? What'd you do?
Not enough.
He flicked his head
I was-
and killed it.
Oh, my
But
God.
I was like anger frustrated. So it was a lesson for me to be like, man, I can't control my anger.
I'm so angry I'm going to flick this bird's head until it dies.
This is just my trick for when I want people on my side.
Oh, my God.
I was in middle school and I was doing homework next to this bird chirping, and like, I still feel bad about it. I watched him die. I tried to feed him water and food, and he was dying in my arms. I'm like, I killed my bird.
Oh, that is sad.
Dying in my arms.
Willie has a good job. 'Cause if you tell that story in any other profession, they're like,
That is
oh, don't. When he comes into work on Monday, do not
Oh, that's
get him
funny.
the fuck up out of here. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Well, back to conspiracy theories. We have a thing here called the WOW scale. It stands for Wade or Willy. If you're a 0, you're more of a Wade. If you're a 5, you're more of a Willy. If you're in the middle, you're more of an Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
Wow, scale.
Don't worry about those numbers that I just said.
He'll just tell you what they are.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Are you centered?
Yeah.
All right, first question is a 3-parter. Do you believe in aliens? If so, have they visited Earth? If so, have they visited Earth in the last 300 years?
I do believe there's life out there. I prefer to call them displaced people. No.
The unhoused? The
I call
unhoused aliens?
them I call them tradespeople. I call them friends, neighbors. No, I do believe that there's other life out there. I don't think they visited.
At all?
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
Where's your can?
Yeah, I have the WoW scale on
Second
my
question.
can.
I usually look at my phone.
When will I find out what they say? Will they chime in? Will somebody be like, "Well, you
can ask
wrong.
them.
Oh, yeah.
You wrong, Brandon. You wrong."
I'm in the
Look
middle,
at
so
me
I
again.
never say that.
Sideways eyes blink.
Let's go ahead and bring out an alien for you, dummy. You dummy.
Gotcha!
Bring out an alien.
Oh man.
Second question. Ghosts?
Redundant, man. Like why? Why would there be ghosts? Why would there be ghosts? You don't think a motherfucker told you everything they were trying to tell you while you were here? They were here on Earth. They're gonna come back and be like, "Turn the light off. I told you. I'm trying to haunt you."
Have you met
I
Abed?
told you. Have I?
Have you met Abed?
He's got a lot to
I
tell
mean-
you. He's got a lot to tell you when he dies.
Not everyone's a ghost.
So no to ghosts.
Just a few loud ones.
Bigfoot?
Oh, it's a lot of Bigfoots.
You think?
I mean, his family's a Bigfoots. No, I don't. No.
All right.
We see everything.
I don't
Google
know.
Maps would have seen him by
I
now.
don't know about that.
Motherfuckers with cell phones would have seen him by now. We see everything. You can't hide.
I don't know about that.
What about psychics?
Number one bullshit.
Yeah?
Number one bullshit.
You're like anti-psychics.
I'm pretty anti-psychics. I like backyard psychic. I like a person who has psychic ability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like monetized psychics because I don't know that you
I like Jean Grey. I don't like Miss Cleo. Is what you're saying.
Miss Cleo. Listen, Miss Cleo is one. It's one here today. How dare you? How dare you?
Listen,
And
she's-
Jamaican. Psychics that try to make that Jean Grey, no, I'm still not gonna.
I don't even know who that is. Is that
She's
a
an
psychic now?
X-Men. She's
Okay, yeah.
You mean I thought you meant like I thought there was a real Jean Grey.
No, she's an X-Men. She's got like telekinesis, telekinetic
She's one of those
powers.
Yeah.
characters that was also named Miss Marvel. There's like 5 Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, sorry.
Also,
She turns into the Phoenix.
Incredible rapper, Jean Grey.
oh.
Really?
Look her up. She's amazing.
All right.
Jean Grey.
The actress or
The rapper.
there's another one.
There's a
There's
bunch
many.
of them apparently, because I thought there was. A
There are
second.
many.
Where's everybody else on these questions?
Oh shit.
I'm the.
Who the fuck did that?
I believe in. I'm like the one of the extreme ones where I do believe in ghosts, but like more of the energy, not the past lives of people went around going like, the gold's over here. I left it for Linda, and you're not Linda. Bigfoots, I think that they're out there. I think aliens are everywhere, and they're here.
Okay.
And we just don't perceive them. Half they're on parts of the planet that we're not even in the Earth.
That's a compelling argument.
Psychics, I think that the ability can be real, but I think most people are just making money. But I do think that.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife's got a million stories of just instances like she'll think of someone she hadn't thought about in 10 years and like they died like right then.
I have a couple of those. That's why I know that you wouldn't really like monetize it. Is that I forecasted a couple deaths, talked to the people who were going to die, was like, I just fucking had that dream that I'd be having about people when they die. Had it about you, just wanted to say something to you. And then that person died a week later, but that was like the
spooky.
fourth person that I forecasted, which is why I felt confident enough to be like, let me shake hands, So what I know is that in me, I obviously can't like pick and choose and shit.
Right.
But I know that you wouldn't want to be out there like, let me go make some money off this shit. You'd be like, which is how I feel about the shit.
Yeah.
I have dreams and I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, God damn it, I hope that's not true.
And then the other half where every dream then becomes important. It's like, I gotta drive to. I'm supposed to drive to Utah, I guess.
Right.
I have a job, but
we got to put these panties on. Me and you got to put these panties on. My dream was like, we got to put these panties on. Bad stuff. Worse than us wearing panties right now.
You're gonna let me die?
Clearly, the stakes are high.
Oh my god.
All right, last question. Are you superstitious?
Define. You mean like salt over your shoulder?
Yeah, sort
Break your
of, or
mom's
like,
back.
rooting for a sports team, you gotta sit in a certain chair, or like if you ever played, did you ever play sports, any kind of sports?
I mean, I'm pretty mean with a Nerf.
The gun?
Okay, man.
there was a big laugh off camera. I don't know if you guys.
No, not really.
No?
No. I mean, I played like handball, played like prison sports, like
But like
tabletop.
people
What
that
about,
are
like-
well, if the Red Sox are gonna win the pennant, I gotta wear these socks every single time, and then
No.
I gotta eat that specific sandwich cut in a triangle, not a square.
But you're an actor. Did you do any stage stuff? Like theater, I mean, not like.
Yeah, I started out at Second City.
But like, I'm talking like
Like you say Macbeth,
type
yeah.
shit.
Oh, serious? You mean like serious acting?
Yeah, like did you ever buy into? Did you ever buy into any of that stuff though?
Look, I mean, I'm just happy to be here.
Was anyone did anyone at UCB ever say Macbeth and then like a light fell on their head?
No.
Looking around.
I mean, I
Oh,
don't.
shit. Are we technically in a theater right now?
I don't. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
Yes.
You're
Fuck.
fucked, dude. It's like saying Bloody Mary into a mirror. Macbeth is gonna follow you home.
Candyman.
Oh no! He's gonna come. I hate the bees.
So no superstition.
Okay.
I don't know that anybody's like. I don't know why there's
That's
these
it.
tricksters
Do you
that
want
would
my
be
extra
like,
questions?
oh, that one fan down there. That one fan down there did not.
You blew it.
I'm gonna fuck this team up because that one fan. down
Every
there-
other fan ate the sandwich.
right.
Triangles.
Right.
Okay, I think you're about a 2 on the WoW
Okay.
scale, which means you lean a little toward me. You're between me and Aaron here.
All right. Good. Thank you. Good
Yeah.
to be here.
Thanks for coming.
No.
Yeah.
What?
What is it? Are you taking notes?
Oh, I always write down everybody's WoW scale, just so I don't need to like go back to the episode
You
to listen
should
to
put
it.
it. You should put it in the Patreon.
I should go digital. Is that what you're saying?
You just need to put it in the Patreon. I'm curious about these
No,
things.
just fax it to yourself, man.
I will
Okay.
say that I do fuck with like The Secret.
Well, yeah. I think we all
I
do
think
here.
that's part of the simulation. Part of believing you're in a simulation.
Yeah. Do you believe in the simulation thing? Have you read about that at all?
No.
What? But that's like basically the secret. You like live in a simulation.
Yeah, but it's a little specific, defined in one way also.
I've never read The Secret because I think it's BS.
Wait, but you don't believe in like the power of positive thinking? And
I believe in the power of thought. I don't think it necessarily has to be positive.
well, no,
No,
it
no,
does.
It's
no,
like when you're playing craps, like when you start thinking
No,
about
that's what the
sevens and
secret is
11s,
that,
you
like-
just start rolling sevens and 11s.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
This-
Doesn't just have to be positive. It's just the power of thought.
The secret is your negative thoughts affect your life too, so start thinking positive.
I mean, it's not really a secret. That's just how people should live their life.
Well, it's not a secret
It's not
anymore.
really a
Well, how do you
Secret
make
came
money
out.
off of an idea that most people don't believe in or haven't heard of?
You want to know a secret? It's a total bullshit thing.
But you believe in it.
I don't believe in the secret. I believe in the simulation. I believe in the simulation, and I believe that you can alter the simulation. It's not really. I don't know. The secret is just like packaging that I don't believe in.
I mean, you know what's funny? That's ultimately what this show, I think, is about, is how different everyone's beliefs are on their journey.
Yeah.
But, like, you know.
We're all different. Did you know that? Did you know that? Do you guys know that?
Hey, you guys upstairs. I started doing gym takes to my camera, so if you could just watch out, I'll just be like,
Oh, hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be when I start talking about like the death of my mom. I'm like, can we just for shits and grins, like, and that's when I found her, man. It was like the worst worst thing in the world. She
Oh my God.
she just was unconscious and
all right, Willie, hit us with the topic.
Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi, it's Easter. Whether you believe in Jesus or bunnies has no effect on the mysterious, amazing statues of Easter Island. Named for being discovered on Easter Sunday, did some Aborigines build more giant statues and then just leave? Or their human history has been lost that can tell a story about the early... Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi, I didn't realize this was that long. Holy cow, sorry. Easter Island.
I feel like I have answers to all those questions.
Well, yeah, Easter Island. I'm going like, did I write notes about all these things I wrote down? Sorry.
So, Brandon, off the top, do you have any thoughts on Easter Island? I do not.
what's the deal with? Have they figured it out? Do they know how they got the heads there? Is there shit underneath the heads? So, somebody once was like, and I'm not. I know college.
Mm-hmm.
I know graduate high school. Are there bodies? See,
No, there are, aren't there?
No, there are not bodies under them.
No, dead bodies. He means
the statues.
Now
here's the
dead
thing.
bodies.
And-
That even like dead bodies under them. Are
Oh,
there
he
dead
meant
bodies
the
under
heads
them?
have bodies.
Yeah, the heads have bodies.
But we didn't know that until 2012.
okay.
Until 2012, they were just heads.
So man, that is incredible.
But
Don't
I
you
got
think
reasons for these things.
But that's weird. Why wouldn't they just... First thing I would do is be like, oh, there's a bunch of heads. Do they have bodies? That would be your first thing.
One guy with a shovel, but everyone in the regular world feels like they need to get funding. And so it took that long for people to excavate one and do some research on it.
Get funding to dig?
2012, yeah. I mean, like there's more body than head.
I literally like listened to a book because I drove to Pachanga this last week, so I had a lot of time in the car.
Time out. Plus or minus?
Plus or minus what?
Pachanga.
What do you mean plus or
Did
minus?
you come out ahead?
Oh, definitely minus.
Oh, I'm
Definitely
sorry.
minus. No, it's just because I have too much fun. I can't stop when I'm up, so I just keep
Well,
gambling.
that's how I am. Everyone says stop when you're up. I'm like, I'm up $1. See you tomorrow.
I'm here to play these expensive video games. I'm just imagining it like an adult arcade. I'm just here to play these games. I'm not here to win. If I'm winning money, that's just a consequence. Like, I'm here to play these games. So, you know, you
So
pick. You pick one theme, and that's the.
What was your book that you listened to?
Oh, my book that I listened to was called. Let me pull it up. I think it's called "And They Walked." Let me look. I'll just listen to it on Audible. Sorry.
Is it about?
This is in reference to
The statues that walked. This is about the entire history of the island as figured out by archaeologists, anthropologists, and just the general history that's laid out there. And
These are the ones that they rocked, right? They
Yeah.
rocked them for miles
Yeah, and
to,
that's
to
what-
get them there.
that's what they figured out, is that a lot of people were speculating that they were rolled on wood, but there's not enough wood on Easter Island on what is it, Natapudi? What's it called?
Damn it.
Rappa. I have it. Sorry. I didn't take notes because I listened to a book, and I usually am like, oh, I'm going to take notes.
You knew it earlier.
Rapa Nui.
Rapa Nui.
I know, but my brain works for
Yeah.
a second.
You Rapa Nui'd it.
Yeah, Rapa Nui.
It works for a second.
But yeah, I listened to this book, and I also read some like articles in an anthropology, or I think Anthropology magazine.
The store.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And these
Shut
were
up, Brandon.
a background of Street Fighter 2. You know,
Yeah.
so they've been around a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Whose?
Uh,
Whose level?
I don't know, but I remember seeing that. I remember seeing. I was. Dang it!
Dang
You
it.
keep looking. I'll look it up. You keep talking.
No, you don't have to look that up.
But I gotta know now.
But yeah, so
I
like
guess
as
it-
far as them being buried up to their heads, they speculated that they had these ancient roads that they rocked down. They would like level them so that they wouldn't fall over. So when they built them in the quarries, they specifically made them a little bigger and didn't finish them because they were planning on walking them into place and finishing them. Once they got into place, they shaved them down so they like seemed more muscular and like more like people shaped, because before they were just really front heavy, so when you rocked it was like rocking a refrigerator.
Genius.
They would like, the weight would help carry them there. The reason that some of them are half buried is because when they would go off course and fall, if they weren't fractured in any way that would mean that they were destroyed, they would dig a ditch beneath them, try to push it into the ditch to make it upright again, and then dig the ditch out and walk it out. Like, this is all speculative because there is no living person as part of this tribe that can confirm this. So
Or
this
accounts.
is just like
They
saying,
don't have written accounts of
Yeah.
how they did any of this.
because of the mass destruction of the people that lived there. Like, so what I learned from this book, sorry, I keep talking so much.
No,
I just
but
learned so much.
can we who mass destroyed? How did they get mass destroyed?
So a lot of people would say that it was ecocide, that they did this to themselves, they cut down the trees, they ran out of resources, went to war with each other, and killed themselves. But this book...
That's the common accepted thing where they not only did they have war with themselves, they were, a lot of them were taken for the slave.
I mean, that's definitely something
slaves.
that happened
Yeah,
later
yeah.
on.
So wait, where is Easter? I don't even know where this is.
Okay, this is.
It's a Polynesian island.
Go ahead.
It's a Polynesian island.
Okay.
But it, like the closest island to it is like 1,300 miles away.
Yeah.
It's an island northwest of South America, of Chile.
So when the Polynesians first showed up to this island, they brought with them certain kinds of livestock that they thought that they could plant there because they were planning to colonize it. So they brought vegetables, they brought fruit, and they brought chickens and rats because they eat rats, and I think some goats. So when bringing the rats onto the island, because it was already an island that couldn't take care of itself, whatever forest was there, which there was a massive forest there, that was pretty much all that could grow. Everything grew really slow. So once the rats got off, they would climb up the trees, eat all the nuts, eat all the saplings, and rats would double in population in 5 weeks. So rats are just constantly renewing themselves because there's no natural predators there. The only other animals there are birds. And when birds eat seeds, they just shit them out and then a new thing grows. But when rats eat them, they tear up the seed. Nothing can grow. So by introducing these rats, they slowly, very slowly, it wouldn't have been noticeable, started to destroy their own place. Now, once the Europeans started showing up, they brought with them famine, VD, all kinds of stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Even the idea that like their new goal was for European goods. It was no longer for building these statues. So when people are like, oh, they just fucking bailed, it's a mystery. The whole mystery was they didn't want to do it anymore. They're like losing so many people. They don't really keep their cultural ways. Their new cultural way is getting this fucking shit from Europeans.
So wait, I don't understand. They ate rats?
They ate rats. Rats is part of their nutrition. Rats, fish, birds.
But then why did they let
Chickens.
the rats go?
Because rats would go off and populate. You can't really like think about how that's going to impact.
They
The
just brought
entire
rats and
island.
they're like, okay, we'll eat these. I guess we'll find them later. They didn't put them in a thing?
Don't you leave weed all over your house?
Yeah.
I have one specific
There's one by the
spot for it.
sandwich. There's one by this Coke.
Yeah, no. You gotta leave weed all over your house.
You know, when I was broke, I would do that. I would like get high and hide weed everywhere. Like, I'm gonna put some here, put some money over here.
Yeah.
Squirrel away. Rat
fuck.
it away.
Otherwise, I'll spend it all, smoke it all.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my God.
years ago, Your Honor. That was years ago.
But yeah.
That is fascinating. Thank you for breaking it down.
Yeah.
That is fascinating, though, because you gave us two different ways that they could have been killed off. But the history of it is basically they got bored of their own creation and they became consumers,
Yeah.
which is something that happens all the time.
And
Yeah.
the mystery is that one of the biggest mysteries is they disappeared.
Wow.
You know, and like there's a lot of civilizations that disappeared, and when they say that, they're like, yeah, they didn't all just die of famine. We can't find their bodies. They all disappeared.
We cannot find their bodies.
They can find their bodies. There just wasn't a lot of people there. It's like Europeans show up, they spread
Yeah, I know, but
disease,
this book, we'll get
and
into
then
this
they come
later, but
back
this
again.
book was written by
Guys,
a white person.
guys,
about
you keep
something
fighting
later.
over where they find the bodies. This is the fourth time. Every time.
Listen, the bodies are there. The bodies are there, Willie.
I do like that you guys have different information. Now,
Yeah.
is that how the show always works? Where you sometimes are,
Sometimes.
say, rooted in more research, but you are more rooted in a research that is more spiritual, shall we say?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
seems to be how
That's
it's
dope.
happening. That seems to be
Where
how
am I?
it's
This is going to be fucking great.
Yeah, go on.
Well, so like getting into here's my thing about all of these ancient sites like this, and I always bring this up when it
Okay.
comes to the pyramids, ancient megalithic sites. I personally don't think, and this is just watching other people's stuff, you know, and I can whatever. I think that what we are mostly learning about are people that inhabited sacred sites and ancient megalithic sites that they didn't actually do. And so it's like if there are some step pyramids out there where they're like giant rocks on the bottom, then they fix it on top and it's all small rocks, and it's like not even the architecture is 100% different. It's like putting plaster on, you know, on
Wood.
A baby.
So then who are you suggesting?
What is a baby?
Points.
Yes.
and so like a couple of weird things about the island. All of the statue face inward to the island.
Don't say N-word and look at me.
Yes.
I have reasons for that.
Come on.
But I have reasons for that.
Except, yeah. You have reasons. Most people watching, I'm saying blanket things.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are like, they don't know why, but it's like, but I have reasons for that.
What are the reasons?
What are the reasons?
Yeah, let's get into it. But there's also one row that doesn't face inward to the island. But go on.
What is that row doing?
That row is facing out to the Europeans that are coming in.
Are they all on the outside? Are they on the cliff or whatever?
So
What do you call shore?
the new article that I read, the most recent one, suggests that looking at the water patterns on the island, that the heads are actually showing you where water can be found, which on an island like this one is very hard to do. There are no natural springs because they don't get any rain. There's almost no way to make food, which they do, but it's like super hard. And the other thing is hard to do is get water. And if you look at a water map overlaid where all of the heads have been documented, they almost all go towards water features. And if you look at anything else where you can get fish, where you can grow things,
Rats.
rats where you can find big rats' nests. They don't go to those things. They follow all the water patterns. And the faces look inward because when you're walking around the island and you're getting kind of mixed up because you live in certain secluded sections of this village, you don't really know where you are. You never leave your house.
It sounds like you're arguing.
I will never
I'm not arguing. I'm just passionate.
I'll never... The word inward has forever been changed for me now. I will never not be able to think of this.
What do you mean?
Inward.
Oh God.
It's like, damn it. That's the funniest.
I
shit
know.
I've ever heard.
I'm like, I like shocked. I like got shocked, scared for a second. I was like, what? Oh, whoops.
All right,
my
so they
gosh.
point to water.
Yeah, and I subscribe to that too, and I think that's what a lot of the Nazca lines are too, like statues, Nazca lines, underground waterways. There's old volcanic tunnel tubes that there's fresh water. Yeah, how do you find it on an island? You're on an island. You don't have a desalination machine.
So they weren't born there?
No.
They came to the island to
A
just
lot of-
build heads?
A lot of people came there with other Polynesian settlers as they were settling all of the islands and trying to find places to live.
Now, is that rock from that island? Did they figure out that they carved those in place?
It's like one specific quarry.
No, but there's another one. The biggest quarry is underwater, and so
what?
Supposedly,
Don't look at me. I don't know about this.
This area was an archipelago. What is that word?
Archipelago.
Archipelago. A long time ago.
Also, incredible club in New York, Archipelago. Don't hesitate.
Wait. It's one club, but archipelago is like a group of islands.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
But everyone's an island at the club.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Aren't we all?
I'm a rock,
Yeah.
not an island.
One idea that's out there is that.
So how does this function? I'm so sorry. There's water under the island? Is that
Oh,
the deal?
yeah. Like whenever it rains, whatever, all the fresh water is all captured in vegetation, and it slowly turns into groundwater, and then the waterways.
Okay.
There's basically rivers underneath land everywhere. Wow. And
It's like when they say they're tapping the groundwater or they're running out of groundwater in
Yeah.
California.
This I was familiar with. I just didn't think, to be honest, I didn't think that the pressure of the salt water would allow for much groundwater.
It is, yeah.
Because usually when you have groundwater, you have a lot of ground, whereas islands are they? Oh, they are. They are a lot of ground.
And it's not that big.
It's not that big at
Okay.
all.
I wrote it down, but I'm looking at a page of. Anyways,
yes.
So, one idea out there is that because not even in the oldest accounts of this island, which were done by the come on notes, come
The
on
friars?
baby,
The Masons?
Was it an all group, girl group called the Archipelago? For all you dads out there.
the Witahar, I think the Witahar, but even in their oldest accounts, there's no accounts of who built them, moving them, and this group of people.
Aaron's eye roll says otherwise.
I just said they made them themselves. It was like,
But
like,
your
who
but
made
your
them?
your
They
eye
made
roll
them.
your eye roll history doesn't. Here's the thing. This is what most history.
Tell me
is.
about my eye roll.
Your eye roll is comes from people doing real legitimate archaeology, history, but there isn't a real history of this place, and so their history comes from people that inhabited this place.
I'm aware.
And I'm not against you.
No, I know you're not against. I'm not sitting here going like, you are against me. You are my enemy, and I must take you down in the name of our Lord.
But there were basically there were like 3 ice ages between 14,000 and 10,000 years ago.
Okay.
And so I'm not saying this right. My notes are terrible, and the last thing I watched was the Missing Gods on Gaia. Well, I'm telling you where I got it from. The Missing Gods on Gaia. I love Gaia. But these old accounts talked about they had stories of the Urukaya, and
Sounds real.
basically after the last flood, there's like over 200 accounts across the globe of civilizations that talked about a massive flood.
Okay.
And after the massive flood, a lot of these places talked about how somebody showed up with 7 people to rebuild the houses of the gods.
Okay.
Egypt,
Mayan
in the
culture,
Mayan
Aztec culture, Chile.
yeah.
Miami.
Mhm.
Mount Rushmore.
The Native Americans have that too, like the Native North Americans.
And so one idea is that there's this old story from this group of people that came through and have stories of this place too, where before the flood, before the last big flood, that these things existed.
Yes.
So like over 10,000 years ago. And so supposedly there was this I'm just going to get crazy for a second. There's accounts of these
Lizard people.
elongated skull
Yes.
people.
Mm-hmm.
You know about this.
Fuck yes.
That like basically they were
I
like
don't know if that's true.
You're bumped up to a 3.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now you're me. Now you're me.
Thank you. Never looked better.
So these people say that there was these in this group of 7 that came to Easter Island even as they were passing through.
Wait, are we like those heads, like cone heads, or like alien, like Ripley alien?
They look like gosh, I can't even explain them because I've just seen them so much. I'll show you a picture.
They've got just like elongated heads. They're really tall.
Wait, you're just showing me the statues.
Yeah.
He's talking about the aliens you're talking about. He's asking you about the aliens.
No. So the supposedly within this group of 7 there were
They're
people
just
that
Megamind.
had
Megamind?
Yeah.
It's like Megamind.
Okay.
that had elongated skulls, red hair, and
Megamind
green
with red
gingers
hair.
and green eyes. And so there's one of these statues
Yeah,
here.
red and green are Christmas beings.
So all the statues
From Christmas World.
around the island are all the same style, except for this one area where every statue is a little different. Sizes, heights, nose difference. There's one with a statue of one that has white on their eyes with red, but also a red looks like a cylinder, a hockey puck on their head.
This is my other question: is have they ever been painted? Were they like Egyptian, where they had color?
They didn't have really anything on the island to give them pigment.
Okay.
But this one, this island is red because they used red volcanic rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
The big hats they rolled out from a different quarry.
and so one idea is that
They
the reason
fucking
why
love
they
hats.
put these hats on some of them was to show that they had red hair and that they were different from the others. Because none of them
Crazy.
have hair,
Yeah.
but they all had hair. You know?
Crazy.
There's like a lot of accounts of white Europeans going there, and none of them could keep their hats on their heads because they would literally like put on full shows to steal these Europeans' hats.
Hilarious.
They would steal things out of their pocket, sell it to them, and steal it out of their pocket again and sell it to them again.
We got to bring that shit back.
Wait, they would steal their hats?
They would steal everything. You couldn't keep anything on you. They just fucking steal it. And then once they start getting, like, I think the Spanish came and started shooting at them, that's when they were like, fuck no. Because they didn't have any weapons, so they just threw rocks at people. So they were just like, fuck no. Then no one could land there anymore.
These people sound kind of amazing, right? They build
sound
statues with
hilarious.
hats and shit.
Yeah.
They decorate these statues with hair and hats, and then if you come up to you like as a group, they think it's funny to rob you. It's like so much fun.
Yeah.
Like you land there, and you're
living
like,
the dream.
they took all my shit. I did not get VD. Nobody there had VD yet.
Yeah.
But they took all my shit. But these people drink and they have statues, and
Yeah.
it's so much fun. It's like Pride Week.
They
It's like
would
an
like,
island of Pride Week.
they had no sense of like sexual self because they were such a small community that when they would come, they'd be like, "We got nothing to trade with you. Have some of our women," and then they just like
What?
take their hats.
Hilarious.
But then that's how VD became rampant on the island, and people just fucking died like that.
Oh,
Syphilis just went right through there, just ripped through that place.
crazy.
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 How did people know to visit this place?
Well,
Because
so-
it was on. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the first time they ever found it, there were these islands called. There was this island called Davis Island. It was 500 miles off South America.
Shout out to Jeff Davis.
Davis Island. 1687, it was introduced in the naval charts. Right? And then this Dutch captain was looking for it, and they couldn't find them. It was on Easter Sunday. They discovered this island on accident in 1912 with 2 other islands. And so, basically, a lot of the older... I mean, this is on record that these islands disappeared, but then also that these ones showed up. I mean, but that, water level rising and seafaring being hard, whatnot. But like, there were islands there that were no longer there.
Oh wait,
No more.
I don't care about that anymore.
Okay.
Rocket.
Did they bury them or was it like
Good question.
No, it was basically just so much time had passed. That
like erosion or whatever the opposite of erosion
here's
is?
Here's the crazy thing, right? All of these statues that are up, there's actually record of them all being down. Also, they had to put them back up because a civil
Not
war.
all of them.
Well, not all of them. You're right. A civil war happened where they knocked down a lot of them.
Oh yeah, that between the pale long ears and the darker short ears.
Where
right?
they're at now and how they're up. This is like this is like
real.
1600s. So it's like, but on an island, an island gets a lot of silt, dirt moving around.
Okay.
Like it.
Yeah.
You sounded for just a second like the guy who came to clean it up and was like, going to charge too much. hey, it's an island. It's an island. Expect it. A lot of silt, a lot of dirt. This could happen to anybody. $1,500. $1,500.
I'm gonna be back. So let's get it.
Right.
If I do a good job now,
Right. Are they
This is
really
gonna
called
take, at least 3 guys.
Tuesday?
Gotta bring my equipment.
Thursday.
Like the idea that they have days. They have days of the week on this island. They don't even have fucking like breadfruit trees, or goats, but they sure do have the days of the week.
Are you telling me that the tribes were called the light-skinned long-eared, and the dark-skinned short-eared?
Yes.
Okay.
I am telling you that 100%.
And what did they fight over?
They fought over resources at the time because it was really hard to grow shit on that island.
Wow.
But they figured out this cool thing, which is if you break the lava rocks apart, it's called mineral mulching. All the minerals from the rocks seep into the soil, and though you can't grow an abundance of food, you can grow enough food, like a dependable amount of food. Because normally in Polynesian tropical islands, you're like, oh, it's raining all the time.
Yeah.
I can grow taro. I can grow fruit. I can grow all this stuff. It was fucking dry. It was windy as fuck. They had no rain. It was subtropical, so it's like a little bit too far from the equator. You can't grow anything, so they had to
Wow.
figure it out.
Wow.
And the long ears were like, I don't want any rocks here. I don't want any fucking like big heads here. So they systematically got rid of all the rocks. But
And that's on ear. Bruh. I don't want no corn growing out my shit, bruh. That's on ear, dog. That's on ear, bruh. You seen these earrings. You knew you wasn't supposed to come here with no lava rock, bro. Now what, homie? I'll throw this motherfucker at your ear, bro. I cut off ears, bro.
It's like you were right. It's like you were there. It's like I'm there right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it went.
And then short ear, did they have different weapons each side?
There wasn't a lot of weapons on either side. They had clubs that they could fashion out of branches. They had rocks, but they didn't really have, like, the only thing they really had to fashion into arrowheads was, like, obsidian, which is kind of glass-like, and they used that for making the heads. Like, no one really thought to tie it to a rock and make it into a weapon, you know?
That sounds awful.
It's just, like, crude spears, some crude, I don't know.
Oh, I know that we're way past this, but I just want
Go
to bring
back
up
to it.
some of the sizes of some of these statues.
They're big. They're big.
There's some
Very
13-foot
big.
tall ones.
Wow.
Those ones weigh about 14 tons. That's 2,800 pounds. There's some that are up to 69 feet tall that weigh over 300,000 pounds. So this,
Sir, please.
VD 69. This is my episode, bro.
Oh, no.
I think the average of them is 82 tons.
What do you guys
33
think
feet.
so far about this Easter Island talk? Do you feel like
Any mystery?
you have more questions, or do you feel like a lot of them are answered?
I feel like I'm learning a lot. Yeah. I don't have any questions. I don't think. Now that I know that like the land buried them and they didn't, because I was like, why would you sculpt all that and just bury it?
That's like the Sphinx. Like they didn't know for most of recorded history, they didn't know that there was a lion body.
They were like,
Right.
look at this weird head sticking out of this
Because
sand.
who's gonna shovel the sand out?
One guy. Just one guy.
Right.
Have you seen them
man, I'm gonna have to
excavating
get at
Egypt?
least 3 dudes
It's a
on
row
this.
of people like handing
It's gonna
something
take
off.
One. It's just
Yeah,
one
I'm like,
little
fuck,
lady
dude.
with like a reed
Crazy.
broom.
I'm like, this should be a vacuum company. That big opportunity there.
So you're gonna vacuum the desert?
Yeah.
I mean, leaf blow that shit first. We don't need to take it with us.
It's windy. When you see the leaf blower
You
guy
just gotta
blowing
keep
dirt.
emptying out the
Right.
bag.
Right, there's just more sand. Now somebody else is like when the fucking street thing closes in your driveway when it's in the winter and you shoveled your snow. And
Yeah.
the plow comes by and just like, yeah, whole bitch.
Somebody
Hold
comes
that.
out of their stone
Yeah.
hut and like, what the fuck?
Right. Hey man, you're burying our pyramids. You're burying our pyramids.
I had a whole little sculpture right here. Barely buried now.
It looked nice with my pyramids.
I think it's fascinating. I think it's perfect for Easter. Like I have the more I find out, the more I have questions.
Well,
What
and,
kind
and
of
so
questions do you have?
Who named them the ears? How do we know that piece of history?
It's by oral tradition because everyone that can read their language died from white man's diseases.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing to me, man? I'm vaccinated, bro.
Yeah, they weren't vaccinated. They weren't vaccinated.
On behalf
that's
of
for
all
sure.
whites, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know we did it all. We did it all. I'm sorry.
It's nice to
Don't
hear you
worry.
apologize.
It's gonna be
check your email this week.
yeah. Check your email.
It'll be a nice email to you.
Yeah, it's true. You guys found out we were partying down here. We had fucking oranges and fucking livestock. It's cold up there. We get it. You're brand
Yeah,
new.
okay,
You don't know about the
thanks.
sharing
Thanks.
thing. It's okay.
All right,
You're
cool.
new. Me, my culture, like thousands of years old.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna teach you guys how to fucking plant and bathe and share. It's gonna be so lovely. The next 1,000 years for white people is gonna be so much fun. You're just take the training wheels off.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm like the toddler
Asian-
of white people.
Entire Asian community is like, man, these motherfuckers brand new. Brand new, fucking still got hair on them, eyes all round and shit, 'cause looking for food and opportunity anywhere they can get it. Don't worry, we all got here and had to figure it out.
Yeah, well, it's not going well.
It's going great.
Okay.
It's going great.
It's nice of you to say that. I don't believe you.
Just be a little more patient.
We'll get
Be
it
a little
together.
more patient.
It's
Oh
just gonna
my
take
God.
another
Everybody just
100
calm
years.
down. Calm down. No truck caravans. Calm down. Calm down.
I know.
Dance.
I'm sorry.
Dance.
God
Oh, are there
damn
any
it.
ley lines on Easter Island? Somebody in the chat just asked that. Do you know,
that's,
Willie?
that's a good question. I do not know. I haven't seen.
I don't know that either.
Are ley lines different than the other lines you just said?
No, there were yes.
Yeah, they're very different.
Oh, what are they?
Idiot.
I thought
Yeah,
that
no,
was a
your
safe
history.
space.
No, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Wait, what are ley lines and what are those other ones? What did you call them? Do they have something to do with space?
Oh, we were talking about the volcanic lava tunnels under the ground. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Ley
you,
lines are those things that you use like an infrared in order to spot, not an infrared, but like a X-ray to see. Correct.
Ley
There's
lines?
patterns.
LEY ley lines are, I forget, feel like it stands like for something, but it doesn't. Ley lines are magnetic currents that occur naturally on the surface of the earth.
I was completely
It
wrong.
helps people predict earthquakes. It helps people
Whoa.
predict where oil is
But
in
it's
the past.
part of this subtle energy where it's like it's hard to record because our instruments aren't that sensitive.
You know, SRI, the Stanford Research Institute, there was people that helped build Disneyland, supposedly on 3 ley lines, and they put a carousel right on the 3 of them.
So
And then the year that they moved them, Disneyland got into a shit ton of trouble in court. So I'm not
Why?
saying.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to do a special on that.
I'll go real
great.
quick into this old ancient god stuff. There's one idea that after the last flood. So in recorded history, basically, there's a couple places that may have sunk where the gods lived.
I love these.
Atlantis
Yes.
and Lemuria, and supposedly Atlantis was sunk 3 times. Well, I don't know. Hold on. So after the last flood, there's these accounts of these elongated skull people showing up, and one idea is this last flood, which coincides with meteorite hitting the Earth at this time that also led to this next ice age. But so we've got humans on Earth, and then we've got these other humanoids living on Earth that the floods uprooted them because the meteorite flooded all them, and then they started showing up everywhere. And so they went to places and were rebuilding the houses of the gods that existed before, meaning the pyramids of Egypt, where they helped build them again. And this ancient god, these gods, they call them, I don't think they were gods. I think they were another race of beings. And their technology was based on electromagnetic energy. And that's why all of these ancient megalithic sites have the same style of building. They're built on top of ley lines, and there's a technology there that we still don't understand what's happening. But it's like collecting energy from the earth and focusing it, harnessing it in some way that we haven't figured out yet. And so
that would be like the pyramids all over the globe.
I think it's to charge seeds.
Seeds?
Yeah, you put your seeds in there. There's a lot of magnetic energy. Supposedly all the places that pyramids are built used to be in the middle of ancient rivers, including the pyramids of Egypt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where if you put, I think that I forget, maybe this is a Graham Hancock book, you put magnets on top or underneath moving water. It creates electricity, and you can push that electricity along the water to the pyramids. And if you put seeds there, they'll grow 3 to 5 times as abundant as a normal seed.
And also
Maybe.
on top of that, like when you have running water, there's energy there that you can harness.
Yes.
And all of the pyramids and all of these ancient megalithic sites are built around ley lines and underground water.
So wait, Erin, do you believe in these big brain guys?
I think that there's people that visited them. There's a lot of pictures of the same types of people all carrying little purses.
Yeah,
And,
we talked about that.
Yeah, like the little purses. And I feel like because they all appear at the same time in very different cultures that were isolated from each other, there's almost no way that the cultures would have influenced each other in that way. There has to be some kind of common thread there that somebody did come and assist civilization and usher them out of the Dark Ages into an agricultural era.
One new thing that's blown my mind from all looking up all this stuff for this episode, because it's a whole other topic, but that have we all seen Black Panther?
No.
Yes.
Well, basically,
I don't like Marvel. I don't like Marvel.
That's fine,
I don't like Marvel. I'm
there's
sorry.
There's a society that has a huge
Say that out loud.
technology, and that they're keeping it to themselves because of the dangers of everyone else, the technology, the metals, everything that they use.
Talking about the Sonora Aero Club.
Brandon, I cut you off. Do you remember your thought, or is it gone?
It's gone.
Sorry.
Brandon, I feel bad that we have you on a guest and we're barely talking to you.
Are you out of your mind? I feel this is amazing.
No,
watching
this
is amazing.
Great.
Like you guys are
just as 2 bystanders. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I do feel bad. I feel like you and I are just like, well, your information
But
is slightly incorrect.
Well, but hang on.
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
5
I'm still
minutes.
tripped.
We
Here's
got
what
5
here's what
ahead.
I was going to do is I just want to ask the question about the magnet thing.
Uh-huh.
Is that still true? Is that something that people should still be doing? Should people who have irrigation channels near like strawberries be magnetizing the floor of their irrigation channel?
Now, see, that I don't know because I do a lot of listening and I do a lot of reading about this weird fringe science stuff. So I don't know how much of this is actually like in the mainstream knowledge, like that you can do this and this happens.
So
Like,
if I'm trying to grow weed in
we're
my
gonna start doing
house,
it.
should I put magnets in my
Yes.
bathtub?
Yes.
maybe. I think
Listen,
maybe.
as crazy as it sounds, like the next thing that I want
But
to get into.
also, if you have a magnet bracelet, you're better at golf.
This is so true. This is so true.
It's a thing.
I've got these copper knee braces that I wear now.
I cook with copper. We all cook with copper. Hi, welcome to the Easter show.
But
Do you believe in like crystals and like energy and stuff like that?
Oh, that should be one of these
yes.
questions.
Because that's minerals. I mean, you need minerals to survive.
But do you believe that you have to recharge the crystal?
Like in the moon.
You
New
know,
world stuff.
if this is a way for you asking me if I have crack cocaine on me, I do. Do I have to recharge the crystal?
We'll talk about
I do
that
have
in more
to
episodes.
recharge the crystal right now.
We'll
as a
talk
matter of
about
fact.
that in more.
How come that's not a thing? Charging your crack crystals with the moonlight.
Because I think when you have
that's
crack,
a whole
you're just gonna smoke the crack because you're like, I really want this crack.
I'm pretty sure
You
crack.
know, you're not gonna spend time and charge it. I really want this crack, but I gotta charge it in the moon.
I told you I would take the show out on crack.
Crack comes with its own marketing plan. You don't have to put another thing on top of it. Like crack is good enough already.
As a free
No one's
sweater
gonna, like,
for
talk me
everyone that
into
uses
it.
the crack. I don't need a sweater.
Oh, it's supercharged? Well, then I'm in.
Listen, I can sell you regular crack for this much, but I can sell you moon charged crack for this much more.
You know what though? Like that's gonna make money.
I think you really need to start selling crack then, Willie. You gotta start. I really think that's it.
With a name like Willie, how can I sell this much crack?
This is actually an advertisement. You can email us at
Come to my OnlyFans. I'll tell you all the secrets.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
All right, 3 minutes. Final thoughts.
I'm fascinated by the idea that there was this other species that maybe had a technology they built all because everyone's always like, aliens must have built the pyramids, and I've never subscribed to that. What if there was another race of humanoids that built them for their own needs, and it wasn't actually to help these other societies? Like, no. You know, we're putting up our antennas around the world. It has nothing to do with you. You guys go ahead and live there. Because there isn't much stories of them interacting. There's just stories of them happening to be there and building the shit. And so it's for me history before recorded history blows my mind because there's no way that we're right about it.
My mind is blown.
My mind's blown.
And
so the only reason why I brought this up was because there's an account that coincides with them stopping by Easter Island. Not that they built these heads or anything, but that there's stories of.
There's stories of Jesus visiting South America. It doesn't mean it's true. Also, doesn't mean it's false.
Why is it called Easter Island?
Because the first Dutch explorers, the white explorers that landed there on Easter.
Interesting.
You're welcome.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Original.
I think that the answers that are out there, if you read books and if you read articles and information, I think the answers to everything can be speculated and answered. So I don't think that ancient people showed them how to make these. I think they already know how to make these. They're a lithic society. Polynesians are lithic people. They make tikis.
Define lithic.
Make people that make stone carvings to honor their ancestors, to show where things are as a passive society so that they don't have to have someone standing there going, water's right here. They go, there's a statue here. That means water or some resources here. Also, there's a hat on me. That means stay away. This isn't for you. You know what I mean?
That's dope, too.
Yeah, so that's what I think. I think that all the answers are there. You just have to find them. That's my thing about Easter Island.
Do you think that if they landed there on Reggie's birthday, then they would have just called it Reggie Island and we wouldn't even know about it? And people would be like, that's a stupid name. We don't care.
Look at all these Reggies are all over the island.
So many Reggies.
Too many Reggies this fall
Do you have any
on
plugs?
Fox.
Yeah, well, you got any plugs?
Plugs?
No, I'm not doing anything. But you know, you can always OnlyFans me. You can always hit my Patreon. You can always hit any other platform you see me asking you for money on. You could start a GoFundMe if you was really a fan.
Brandon Johnson, thank you so much for being here.
So happy.
Thank you guys for all of this knowledge. Remember, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you.
Real Life Sci-Fi.